Spirits Got You Down, California intuitive Dana Grant meets Southern psychic Allie Divine as they discuss and lead you through all things divine. Let them be your guides in Spirit Unlimited.
Hello and welcome to Spirit Unlimited. I am here with the great Allie Divine, and I am here today with a guest whom we're going to do a reading with, and welcome Diane. Welcome to the show.
I love being here. Thank you.
And Diane, you are actually here on a full moon, so we are going to be bringing it. I just think anything goes today, right, Allie?
Oh, I agree. We'll just see what happens. It's going to be high energy. Let's hope we don't have anything. Yeah. Hopefully we don't have any, tech issues with that energy. Cause I'm telling you, it messes with everything.
Oh yeah. We've already had some freezing and tech issues already. It's so good to see you, Allie. Good to see you. Good to see you, Diane. We've taken a little bit of a pause to the end of September so we could actually host a show every week in October, starting with Diane. A full moon reading. Oh, I can't wait to dive into this.
By the way,
nice to meet you as well, Allie. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't wait to dive into this. I feel like all of a sudden I'm getting energy all through my upper shoulders.
Well, she has so much stuff. Okay,
I have stuff.
Stuffed in her soul. So much stuff.
I feel very professional. Okay.
Yeah.
Very professional, even in the mindset. Do you understand that? Okay. And you have you want to kind of bring that professional mindset down at times, but it's very hard. And it's almost like I feel like you're trying to step out of one into another. Does this make sense? Like maybe, I'm not saying to step away from a profession into another, but I feel like there's a pool. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
It's in questioning, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
I'm going to add, I'm going to jump in. Yeah. I was just going to, you see my hands going like this. I'm doing that energetic, like feng shui. I feel like there's a struggle with identity. If I do this, I got to give up this, and there's not a holding space for both. There's trying to, but I feel an internal battle. I almost feel like two dogs, like,
she wears too many hats.
Interesting.
And Diane, we're diving right in. There's no pause with us.
Sorry.
We're just going.
Okay.
We're circling you. We're just circling you, and we're just actually, we're going for it. Here, this is how we work.
I shouldn't say maybe I shouldn't have said you wear too many hats. I see a lot of hats. Maybe that's a lot of responsibilities. Again, not just to your profession, but I'm going to say to your circle. Do you understand that?
I do understand that. Yes.
Okay.
And I want to say patience is a virtue, but you have the patience of a saint. I wonder what she's tolerating. I feel like she's accommodating a lot of people. Would you agree, Allie? I feel a lot of accommodating.
I agree. But at the same time, it kind of gives her she tells herself it gives her that peace, that balance, but the frustration also. Does that make sense, Diane?
Yes. Frustration.
Yes, because I get if I was you, I would be like, okay, I can keep the peace, but oh my goodness, I am so frustrated right now. Why can't And sometimes we do have to let others do. I'm not saying you always sort of, I don't want to say take charge, okay? But I feel like you don't like to over ask. Does that make sense?
It does. Yes.
So that's when you step in. Good example is you tell someone to take out the trash. 5 minutes later, they ain't taking out that trash. What is Diane doing?
Taking out the trash.
Yes. And then I feel she circles it with resentment, grumbling, smiles while she does it, smiles. And that's, I put frustration in a box before Allie even said frustration. I said what I felt the most today was frustration through all her chakras, especially her stomach.
And here.
Yeah. And here.
Right here.
Well, it's so funny. What I chose to put on my desk today was, when we knew you were coming, was your throat chakra, the blue, opening that throat chakra up. I've been holding this. Yeah. And which is your throat chakra, but the frustration comes from not speaking her truth. Would that be true, Diane?
That would be true. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How have you not bit through your tongue yet, Miss Diane?
I have at times, Allie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because but the thing is, and I hope I don't upset you, but I do feel like sometimes I it's like I can't get the words out right now because that's what you have an issue with is fully explaining to them. Does that make sense to you?
It
As in
does.
knowing, as in what you want, and it's
Yeah.
like they should know. Well, honey, not everybody's as smart as you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I agree.
So yeah, you gotta tell them, because some people are very literal. Okay. And they'll just take what you say and not add anything to it or look around and say, oh, she needs this or that.
Or watch what she does and, oh, well, she's going to do it.
Follow.
So she must be okay with it. I feel more of that. So Diane, if you, we'd like to open this up to have you ask questions. Is there anything you want to know from us?
It's interesting that the frustration word came up because I feel that. I've felt it a lot recently. And the past couple of weeks, it's not been as bad. I'm trying to move from that frustration place to a place of more satisfaction. And Allie, I think, you just said this so perfectly. I have a very hard time verbalizing in words what I want. I've taken up some writing. It has helped get some of that out.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm about to go on some kind of process, to
get ready to go to a journey. Yes. Yeah.
Well, you want to know what I wrote? And I I typed it out. It looks kind of like that. It's a piece of paper. You can see I typed it and it's like it went up there. I wrote what I felt strongly about when you were coming on today was that your ability to spiritually heal is in direct proportion to your ability to listen to your truth, to Diane's real truth, and your desire of what you truly want without shutting it down and without running away and trying to get busy. And your busy work, you're like a busy bee. It's like, oh, where did she go? And so I wrote this down so I would be reminded that you're very clever at staying very busy and not acknowledging your true desire of what you want. You may not even have tapped into it yet. I think to some degree, but you when I drop in there, I can feel the bewilderment. Like, I don't know. And that's your monkey brain and your solar plex where I went right to the stomach where I said I feel the stomach all bouncy hollow, like I'm bouncing it like a watermelon. You tap on a watermelon. It feels like hollow, like I'm not getting any hello. And I'm like, she hasn't exercised that muscle yet in claiming it. But that's a life coach in me stepping in with my psychic abilities.
That's a good thing, though. See, you got the best of both worlds, and you don't have to absolutely know what you want and desire right now. Okay, you need to get things because your angels are coming in to surround, and that's where I get my information from. And they're telling me to remind you it's okay. But the first thing is they want you to gently care for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diane, are you a Sagittarius?
I am not.
Are you? When is your birthday?
July 2nd.
Cancer.
So she's going into Leo, but Cancer. So, I look at Sages and Cancers. Those are the two that have something similar in common, and that's claiming desire. Really dropping in and claiming.
And it's something without passion. I'm not saying you lack passion because I think you have passion in certain areas, but you're trying to find that passion. Yeah. Does that make sense?
It does.
Because the angels just told me passion.
But would you agree, Allie, that when I say that and I go into my stomach and I feel that big hollow, hello, that it lives within her body? She doesn't have to seek it outside. It's not. It's like it's seeking you shall find, but it's already there. She just hasn't tapped into it.
That's right.
It's already it's already
and
there.
That's why she hasn't really found it, but it's exactly.
She has an intimate relationship with it already, and she hasn't even utilized it yet, which is really
but she's so
wild.
Creative. And I don't think she fully taps into her creative side. It's so beautiful.
Would you say that's true, Diane?
I would, yes. Yeah. I would say so.
Would you say you're
almost like I'm hiding it for some reason.
Yeah,
Well,
like you're pragmatic and
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the identity.
I see all these books and knowledge behind you.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a bunch of books back here.
Yep.
I can't see that, but yeah.
That's okay.
Now I'm trying to look and find the books, but I see all this knowledge, and that's only one side of Diane.
Yeah.
Okay. And we don't fail. I like to look at it as we're not failing. We're going to another chapter. Okay.
But I wonder, Allie, I wonder who Diane would be if she let go of that identity that's attached to all those books. And that's where I wrote that down. Your ability to spiritually heal and grow and expand and create is in direct correlation to your ability to release that identity of, what do you think about that? Of what she's got going on over here. I see her need and want and yearn. The yearning is intense, but she's got to make a decision, and she is almost, it's like walking the barn pole.
Yeah.
Or the beam.
Yeah.
And being very careful about the moves she makes. She's not reckless at all. Nothing reckless about her.
Because it's like, I was going to say, I'm not saying that she grew up fast or had to be mature fast, but it's like she felt like she saw that goal and she went straight for that one life goal without a lot of fun in between.
And worried about making a mistake, circling it around the barn. Don't want to make a mistake.
I feel like I want to look around, okay, to make sure that everybody's okay with what I'm doing. Like I get approval.
Yeah. Diane, would you say you're a people pleaser?
100%. Yeah.
Because what I also wrote down was people pleaser and tolerating a lot. Yeah, and that's where my frustration came from, and Allie went right to it. So let's ask you more questions. What do you want to ask us? If you want to know direct answers to something, we're all present for that. So something you want to ask before Allie dives in again? Because I see Allie, she's like over there chomping at the bit to go deeper and dive into, and you never know where she's going to go.
It's those angels. They're like,
I know.
So what are they telling you, Allie, before because the answer might already be in your head and about to come out of your mouth.
They know that you're ready to embark, but you're looking to make sure, and this is maybe a no, your choice, you have to decide. But you're wondering if the other people that are in your against circle are ready for you to make a jump. Okay. So it's not that you're irresponsible by putting
or will they approve first. Of it? Will they be okay with it? Will
Yes,
they be,
exactly. Will they be supportive in this, that, and the other? Well, you know what? They will have to adjust. Everyone needs to bend and adjust, but mainly you, sweetie.
Yeah. And it's funny, like when you say that, because like I can't think of very many people who wouldn't be supportive.
That's right. They would, but they're waiting for you.
At this point, it would bother me that much if they weren't. I actually think it's more about me and how I feel about it.
And I'm sorry, but it is because they don't want to push you. You've got so much love and support.
Yes.
But they know they don't. It's like they see you as perfection. Do you understand this?
That anything you do, anything you do, it's going to be great. So as Allie goes out here, I tend to doodle, and I did write, and when it goes into the box, it's usually profound. Like I put frustration in the box. All those things mean something, and it builds out. But trust, there's a lack of trust in your ability, in your mind to let go and try something new. It's like I hear a lot of stories around that. And it's like, if I do this, what will happen here? And then I play the waiting game. And it's like, would you say you wait on making decisions in your life until the circumstances are aligned perfectly?
Yeah, I feel like that's where I'm at right now. But I feel like I'm in this waiting game. Yeah.
But I don't. What are you waiting for? Yeah. What exactly? I mean,
for my kid to get out of college, for my dad to be paid off, all the practical things.
The angels,
all the practical things.
That's kind of like, if you will, waiting to have the money to have a child.
Thank you, Allie. That's exactly where I went. I went the same thing. Well, if we all waited till we had the money or circumstances and bought the perfect house before we had children, none of us would have children.
And the thing is, whatever it is you're going to step into, honey, you're going to be bringing in more income to a degree because of the happiness level. Yeah. Because whatever you're doing right now, honey, you are drained.
Yes.
You're like almost like
energetically and psychically.
Bang my head against the wall. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Time for a new chapter.
Yeah.
To find that.
Yeah. Do you wear a lot of red, Diane?
I do.
Mm-hmm. I feel it right now. I feel, I really feel that she's trying to ground herself into the, that first chakra of grounding of I am, and in your identity of I am, claiming that new identity. Red is what's that attraction. And I'm looking at her. I didn't even notice she's wearing red with red lipstick.
Well, I thought it was orange, so you're good.
Yeah. No, I just saw a lot of red and a lot of grounding and a lot of identifying I am this, and I'm thinking, oh, but you're that too. Can you hold space? You're multidimensional for both, and just really moving through the body, because the stomach, that solar plex. And I'm a card puller. I always like at this part, I love to pull a card to see if we have any more messages for us. And it's a divine matrix. Oops, let's go up there. Oh. Divine matrix. This is a big card. This is a big energy. This is about everything in your life moving. It's like being in the matrix. And by that 1 degree off, if you just look at things by 1 degree, it's a whole new world for you. You're so close. You're so close.
I can feel it. I can.
Yeah, you're already grounded
in the jacuzzi. Just flip on the jets.
Yeah, she's already in the water. She's already in the water. I love that water analogy. We love Diane. We love water, and we got a full moon, and the moon pulls in all that energy. But the divine matrix is a powerful card, because it means that you're ready for these changes. And what would it take to make them? 1 degree is what it would take. It wouldn't be like I have to make a whole new flip and a whole new life, and I've got to rearrange and redo. That's stories that you've created for a long time. In fact, my brain got so tired when I was thinking about it. I just thought, oh,
she builds her own excuses and her.
No more.
Yes. No. Yeah. My brain went no more. Yeah. It went no more. It was actually a little painful up here, and because I thought, oh, no more of the. And when you get a card like this, it means how can you utilize, and we look at this, how can you utilize this information to build out and take the leap of what you want? Because it's like, don't you feel I'm almost visualizing right now, Pride and Prejudice. And, when Keira Knightley's on the cliff and the wind is blowing in her dress, and, she's just right there, feeling it all, embracing it all. And in that freedom, there's so much freedom there of choice and release.
And don't look at your numbers. Do not look at your age.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because you have or will have a tendency to say, well, I'm X amount of years right now. Mm-hmm. How much do I do you see what I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm.
So don't they said don't do that.
Don't do that. No. Okay.
not only don't do that, Diane, yeah. Okay. I mean, Allie went international probably in her 50s. I'll be 59 next week, and I am just now getting started on a whole new trajectory of corporate, all the businesses I've created, and that now I'm. What's that?
We're smarter now. We're older. We're wiser.
We're smarter, older.
If we would have done this in our 20s, oh my goodness, no.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have worked. There's a time for everything. So you are in that, what I call that line of divine timing right now.
And tapestry. I see a tapestry. Tell me about the tapestry, Allie. I'm seeing a tapestry and I'm putting all these colors in it. What does that mean? I'm seeing a tapestry. I'm seeing, do you knit or sew or blend colors? I mean, I can't see her doing that, but
like that really thin colored thread. What is that called? Because this little lady, I shouldn't say little. This lady keeps telling me about this. Is it like needlepoint?
Yeah, I can't describe it. It's like
I can see like the circly thing. It's not knitting. It's like needlepoint. Okay.
Yeah. And I see divine colors in it, like she's building something, and I'm looking at the picture.
I see a basket and a beautiful thing of flowers coming out. So I think it could be very symbolic. of
Yeah.
this grandmother that I keep hearing from for you,
Yeah.
because she tells
Yeah.
me grandma's here.
Yeah. Synchronicity there. When you just said that, I just wanted to say synchronicity. Yes.
When you started
Synchronicity.
saying like needlepoint, I was like, Grandma did embroidery.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Thank you.
she's showing me this, all this stuff. And I'm
That
like,
is
what's that?
it.
I don't knit. I don't do any of that.
I
I'm
don't
like,
know
what's
what
all that
names,
do? Yeah.
I don't know what the names of that is, but it was like the colored thread, like I was saying, and it was just like,
Thank you.
yeah, that was
Bright
it.
colored. She didn't like
Yes.
watercolors. She liked bright bold
I keep
colors.
saying yellow, blue, orange. You see it, beautiful, vibrant, and a lot of pink from this lady.
Vibrant.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, a lot of pink.
Yeah.
But she says your fingers will get tired doing all this work, but it's worth it. Making things beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that?
Art. Where's the art coming in? Are you, Diane, do you dabble in art? Some kind of drawing, sculpturing? Did you ever dabble in art? Do you appreciate art? Is art something that lights you up?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Who's the painter, though?
Yeah.
Painter?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the painter?
Yeah. Oh, who's the painter?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, colors, splashes, knitting. I mean, all those colors coming at me. Yeah. Like brilliant flowers. Like I want to pick these flowers up in here and back there, and I want to just look at the brilliance of them up close.
I don't know. My son is an art student, but he's not a painter.
My son is an art student. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's a big, now there's an anchor there. Ooh, isn't that interesting? I immediately felt held back. Why is that holding you back? Why is that holding her back? The art, my elbow wants to be like this, and I'm like, no, I need my arm.
Yeah, he's in his last year at art school.
So why is that holding you back doing what you want to do?
Probably.
Got grandma here showing up, built brilliant colors, showing us all these designs, and then there's your artist right there. And why is that holding you back?
College costs. College costs. It's his school. I'm paying for that. I paid for my daughter, and so it's just the financial burden of that, and the concern, and the concern for him later in his career,
being in the art profession.
So she's going to put her life on hold until everyone's stable and secure. Oh yeah, now we know why we called her in. Now we know why she's here.
But your grandmother's saying
the waiting.
But if you put yourself into a different arena, okay, this is coming from your grandmother. She says, don't you think that you would be more apt and able to help, that big change that's needed. Okay. In other words, honey, I feel like the finances will follow.
Okay.
Well, not only that,
your fear.
Allie, you are so right about that. Now, Allie knows nothing about your story. She knows a little bit about mine, but I always look for alignment as a coach. I'm like, why is this person on my radar? And Allie knows that I have a daughter in college and I pay for it. And I'm also an entrepreneur, and I don't allow, I could go back to being, I guess, a lobbyist and be secure with a lot of security there, but never going to happen. But I stay in my power here, in my creativity, and my trust in the process in the universe that this is, and because I trust that, my business is extraordinarily successful, as I see yours. And I keep moving in that direction, which in return not only pays for my daughter's college, I've almost paid it off, her loans. She graduated last year, but everything is synchronized. And I remember being in the fearful place, like I can't do this if I'm going to sign for all these loans, because she forfeited a scholarship. She had a full ride, and we switched gears and switched colleges. No regrets whatsoever, but staying in my power looks like this: doing what I love, showing up every day. People may not understand, you could have, you could work and be completely covered and have more security. I don't even think about that anymore, Diane. I stay over here because this is where life moves, and I'm so alive. And my body there's just a clearing and a knowing and an understanding. Did I articulate that right enough? That analogy of my life versus Diane. I just felt like there was
Yes.
I remember waiting. I remember the waiting game, and I remember the frustration with waiting.
Yeah, it doesn't
until
feel good. Because I know it's a waste of my effort and my time.
Well, no energy. You know, we
Yes.
have this energy. Everything is energy, Diane. And I'm looking at your radiant energy, and I can feel the vibration, and everything matches us universally with vibration. And how can what you want match you? I keep looking to match you, and I'm like, they can't find you because you're over here playing it safe. And I mean, I'm going to just hit her hard right now. Playing over here is playing it safe, but I need you over here living the life that you want, not the life that you feel destined to follow.
And Dana, how do I move myself into that though? I mean, because I feel like, all right, okay, need to go do something different.
Choices.
Trying things.
Trust.
Trying new things.
I was going to say A, B, C, and D.
Choices, trust, mentors, leaning in.
That's right.
Find the people that surround you that can,
And
a plan.
Most importantly, what's in your heart? What does Diane desire? Okay. It's more like, I keep wanting to say, it's almost like, I don't know how to word this. Almost like, here, take my tie, take my blazer. I'm walking out of this. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I want to throw this stuff back and say, I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna be creative. And I have support, and I know that God's going to put me on that path, because I'm one of these that really believe that I know I have a path. I believe you have. Dana has. Look at her. She's amazing, and
you're both amazing too.
It's
I'm going to say it like Allie, amazing.
It's time to walk Diane's path, because you've carried everybody else's backpack.
But we want to pause right there. She's got to release. I mean, she's got to release the perfection paralysis has got her. I mean, I'm going to tell you, it's bearing down hard. Like my fingers feel rigid right now.
It's kind of like she's got to have that fun and to know the options of working and loving and enjoying it. I'm not saying you don't love your profession, but it's dying down. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. Again, that time is done.
It's gearing down. Yeah.
There you go. Gearing down. So much better. But it is time, because I feel like within the next several months, I think you're going to sort of, thank you. They said she's not going to jump right in. She's going to kind of put her toe in the water, wiggle it around a little bit, and then say, yeah, I think it's warm enough. Then you're going to slide in. So what I see is sort of like what I call tapering off. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And that way you'll feel more secure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she does need to be tightly supported through this. She's not one that's going to just
she's got to have
break
the
armor.
Harness. Yeah.
She's got to have the 5-point harness.
Going on. Yeah.
Yep. Totally agree. Totally see that too.
Yeah. And whatever your faith is, use that.
Okay.
Okay. To me, that is the most important thing. Okay. Whatever your belief system is, whatever your faith is, you have to believe that no matter what, you're going to get right back on the track that you need to be on. But you have to remember too, that negative is always there to try to push you off of that path, to make obstacles. I agree. Your grandmother said, remember, nothing is worth it unless there's hard work in the beginning, and then everything flows. Okay.
And I think Diane needs to have signs, and she has so many around her.
Ask for them.
Ask for the signs and be guided by them. Trust that. And you remember, signs and intuition look like this. When we ask, is this the direction I need to go? Your guides are so active right now. They're like, tell her. And I'm like, I'm trying. But Allie's on such a good roll.
No, you go for it.
What that does when it drops into our stomach is it expands. It doesn't mean we're not afraid. It just feels kind of warm and goosey and like, and then if it's not meant for us, it's sheer terror, and a different kind of terror. It's like, no, I don't, it's not the fear that we get from excitement and like big things. We're still frightened of making changes, but intuition is when we get a yes, it expands. When it's a no, it contracts and feels like a pit in a knot. And I can feel your stomach. Everything derives from your stomach is very powerful. It's a very powerful sign to guide you. Pay attention to that. Your yeses, and stop second guessing and negotiating with your gut. Your gut knows the way. Your intuition knows the way. Stop negotiating with it. It's like, well, I'm just going to do 18 more months and maybe another year. And that has gone on for so long. I'm just like, I just want to throw all these papers up and just say,
learn to breathe. Learn to breathe. You know?
Yes, exactly.
Learn to breathe and to relax, because everything is tight with you.
It is, yes.
Thank you, Allie, for saying that. I just want to shake it out.
Yeah, you're not in the right spot. Okay, so again, because you hold your breath.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah, I
didn't realize how bad that was until I had to go get some physical therapy done, and I feel like I had to relearn how to breathe.
Yeah, because it's like, and then it goes, and and that's because, like what Dana was explaining. You're not in the right spot.
No. Okay. And I'm wondering if you're afraid to feel that energy flow. You're just trying to hang on so tight, like on my fingers. And when that's like that, you can't breathe freely into the energy that you need to be creative and show up in the world. That you're here because you were called in. We didn't choose you. You were called in. And we're like, well, it looks like it's Diane.
I didn't even know it was a Diane until, and I've been running like crazy, 3 hours ago, or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I'll go with that.
Okay. Well, you know what? We've been on at 30 minutes, so I want to ask Diane, what do you want to know from us, Diane? If you have one question that you really want to know, we're available for that right now. We're going to tell you.
Okay. So, I've had some health issues the past couple of years. My gut tells me that is probably coming from all this other stuff that's going on.
Absolutely.
Okay.
100%. Yeah. And it's so interesting when I was doing this today with you, when I thought, oh, Diane's coming on. And what was on my radar today? Wait till you see this. This is what I pulled when I do my doodling. I just do doodling and I'm bouncing around your life. I pull up, You Can Heal Your Life. And Love Yourself, Heal Your Life. I pulled up Louise, and I've got the same birthday as Louise. Louise and I are about ready to celebrate our birthdays next week.
Sweet.
But those, out of 1,000 books in front of me, I pulled those two, and I'm like, oh, must be some health stuff going on, and it's emotionally attached. And Allie, would you agree with that?
100%. And it's imagine stress is like a plaque.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's just sticking in there. You got to get rid of that.
And you want to ask if you're going to get better. You want to ask, is it going to go away? I know what you want to ask. And yes. I don't hear any no's, just yes. Yes. That's all your guides are saying is yes to me. And I'm like, okay. It's a big yes. Yeah.
It is. But it all has to come along with the other change.
Right.
Remember, you can't have the one without the other. So do it for your health. Do it for your health. Yes, that came from your angel. They was up there, and then I'm like, what can she do? And they said, tell her to do it for her health.
Yeah. Okay, and our wrap up. I'm going to give Diane one more question. We're wrapping up. We're getting ready to energetically disconnect. What do you want to know, Diane? She wants to know something and she won't ask. And I've asked like 9 times. Maybe this is my 10th time. Diane, what do you want to know?
How do I get there, Dana?
You know the way. You know the way already. Your body knows the way. Your gut holds everything.
All right.
Everything sacred to you is there. I want you to trust yourself more.
Okay.
Less external trust in other people, more internal trust in Diane.
That's so funny. Before you said that, that's exactly what I was hearing in my head. Yeah.
And that was your guidance.
Yeah. That's your guides.
That's
your guides coming
system.
in.
The divine
all
GPS.
I'm doing is listen. Divine GPS. Yes. I'm just listening to your guides and bouncing, and Allie and I have so much fun because we're just bouncing energy back and forth and unfolding areas of your life but I hear this desire and this desperation. I'm like, she's not going to ask it how to friggin' get there.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I'm just going to push hard.
She's the pusher,
I'm the pusher. Allie's just like
she's good at
bouncing out here, and she's
I'm like,
taping from a funeral home. She's just out there floating around with your grandma, and I'm here making notes.
Your grandma's really fun, Allie.
I like her.
Yeah,
I do. I really like her.
She's a cool lady.
She's a sweetheart.
Colorful. Yeah, you call in support like that. It's and I think that stop being so afraid to call in what you need. There's my wrap up. Stop being afraid to call in what you need. You have things available to you. You have everything you need and the guidance you need and the light you need. Start looking around and seeing where that light is shining up. But where's it shining for you? And where is it burning out? And where are you forcing yourself to stay? And where is it kind of like a puppy energy? Like, ooh,
yeah.
I don't know what this looks like over here, but I'm going to trust it. That's what I do. Yeah.
And you have
trust
to.
it. You have to.
That's how you learn. And everything is a learning and step process.
Yeah.
And when you go out on that faith, you're going to feel held. You're going to feel rejuvenated almost for those health issues to where, I know it sounds silly, but once you hit that path, you're going to kind of forget about what was ailing. Does that make sense?
Well, I kind of wrote, it's a matter of life and death. And I think it's a matter of her living her life. Or dying with her dreams inside of her, because I wrote it over and over again, just doodles and all kinds
There's
of
things
things
she's
around
forgotten
science.
about that used to just really, get her to smile.
Yeah.
That she enjoyed.
Yeah. Deep joy.
Yes.
All right. You have to think about that. Yeah.
All right, you guys, our team is letting me know that we have to wrap this up. Thank you, Diane, for showing up and being on our show. Allie Divine, thank you. It's always a pleasure. Dana. Thank our people for showing up and being part of this Spirit Unlimited, unstoppable, kind of October month. We're full of readings, and every week we're launching. This is exciting. We on fire.
Yeah. Well, can't stop us. Thank you so much Diane. For giving us that opportunity. I appreciate it.
Sending much so much love.
Thank
All right, guys. Bye for now. Bye.